Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the first vlog for 2018 and what's happened this year so far? A great deal actually. We had a great Christmas with my mum and that obviously could be her last Christmas. As she gets older and as her health declines, well, so does she in health. So yeah, and we had a family reunion with 80, 90 in-laws at a retreat in Wollongong, New South Wales. That was really good, although there was a bit of animosity there that occurred. But yeah, that's just too deep for me to go into now. So back in Queensland, I'm back home, and in all honesty, I'm really glad to be home. A lot's gone on. A lot of stressful situation in my family at the moment in regards to just organisational skills. And then I come home and my neighbours don't think of other people. They don't think about people who do night shift and have to sleep all day. They just, keep on building and making alterations to their homes. And obviously the body corporate is changing because of the new management now. So people are getting away with a lot more. People they light fires. They burn and light fires for their barbecues. When I wasn't aware that could be done, I didn't know it could be open fires that could be burnt. But anyway, so there's noise pollution. There is smoke pollution or air pollution. A lot of things going down at the moment in my estate, and we're actually contemplating after 5-6 years that we're moving out. So yeah, hope to purchase a home this year as well. But yeah, let's see how that goes. On the health front with myself, I still suffer from my chronic back pain. It's so funny, that reminds me, I went to a doctor and my doctor wasn't available prior to Christmas, and the doctor's surgery hadn't actually received my prior surgery's information. So of course, when I go in there asking for opioids, what's the first thing he says? Well, no, I'm not going to give you opioids because they're addictive. And how long have you been on them? For 2 years, I said. And the doctor says, Dr. Clegg says, that, oh, that's way too long. You shouldn't be on them. You're addicted to them now. When quite obviously opioids are they're addictive. Of course they're addictive. That's why when you come off them, they take you through a rigorous routine of coming down off them, week by week by week. It doesn't take days to come off these type of medications. It takes weeks, if not months. So if you ever feel like visiting Dr. Clegg, not a good one to visit. He was quite rude and quite arrogant, but, under the circumstances, he didn't have my health records and things like that, I guess. Well, that's what he's going to say, isn't he? But yeah, I certainly wouldn't recommend him. Even if he did have all my records, he did indicate that if I was his patient, that he wouldn't have me on all these opioids. So, and I politely informed him that that's probably why I'm not his patient, because I don't want I don't want a doctor that isn't open-minded. I want a doctor that's going to work with me, not against me. So not say, well, you need to do this, you need to do this. Whereas my doctor, she's lovely. She does, she weaves her way into, well, let's give this a go. And the contradictions are, and the side effects are, and the positives are. Dr. Gillian Coldclough is a fantastic doctor, and that's why I've moved from where she moved to her latest surgery. So if you ever hear of that doctor on the Gold Coast, absolutely, she's a fantastic doctor. She's working with me from the beginning to my end, and eventually I do hope to come off all my opioids, and I hope to be with her as a patient when she does take me off them. So there you go, Dr. Clegg. Not everything is about doctors that do this, do that. It's, well, let's give this a go. Why not give this a go? Let's give this a try, eh? It's not, well, no, you're not getting it. You're not having it. No, you've got to suffer in pain for your chronic back pain. Anyway, he's a negative, so he's been out of my life. So yeah, talking about negativity, I'm still fairly negative in my life, and it's because I've been negative. Well, it's because, I guess it's because my whole holistic picture has been negative most of their life. I mean, my husband's been negative, I've been negative. You know, I guess it's a hard road when you suffer chronic pain, and then you have other people in the family too that, you know, that need caring for as well. So I don't know, just I'm not too good today in that respect. I could quite easily break down in tears and carry on, but I'm trying so hard not to, although a good cry is probably what I need at the moment. So, but yeah, so besides my neighbours in Leviathan Drive, I won't tell you exactly where, but they just don't give a damn about the people who rent here, unfortunately. You know, you could be a night shift worker, and unfortunately you're not able to sleep during the day, and I'm including weekends as well, Saturday and Sundays. Their household, whoever's household renovations, it went on to about 8:30, 9:30 on Sunday night. And there's only so much banging, clacking, clinging, drilling, sawing that you can take. And then it's young people who play music in their bedroom and they talk loudly. You know, and you're right next. I've had to, well, I've sort of fixed that problem. I've changed bedrooms with my daughter, so that seems to be a bit of a fix anyway. So, but as for the drilling in the walls, I don't know what they're doing in there, but they're drilling at all hours of the night, all hours of the morning. So it's been really hard to get a fairly good night's sleep, unfortunately, because of the lack of sleep that one can get with this noise carrying on. So just recapping, you know, not feeling too good today, feeling really crap actually, emotionally. And yeah, so emotionally feeling really down. Physically, I'm still got chronic back pain. I'm down to 225 Lyrica, and I did try 150 during the morning or the morning time. I've come from 300 milligrams down to 225 in the night, and then 150 in the morning. So I am feeling a bit more pain than what I used to. Although I did find also that on the 225, I could still get around quite easily. I managed to do that in Wollongong, around the retreat site. So it was quite easy, although when you really think of it, there wasn't much walking to do. It was probably 20-30 feet from my room to the main hall where I'd go for breakfast, lunch and dinner. It was a bit of a hike to the ground where they did some family activities and that. But, you know, I still managed it. So I'm going to try and maintain the 225 morning and night. I don't think I can maintain the 150 during the day because it's just not doing me any good, and it gets to my head eventually and physically, and it's just emotionally too hard to cope with it. So, and then I just can't cope with things at home on top of that. So breathe, Patina, breathe. So I'm going to try and do some more meditation during the daytimes. I'm going to try and get my Patina's boutique, up and running. I just have to find someone who can make my clothes, etc. So I'm looking at selling some caftans for the larger women, but not with a heavy material this time, with a light sort of feel to it. Not as light as chiffon, obviously, that's too light and too see-through, but yeah, so I'm going to get that up and running this year. The next few months I want to get that going. So, and yeah, so more meditation, more quality time with myself. It's a bit difficult at the moment, and because I got the son home from school as well, because it's still Christmas holidays. So yeah, so self-time, self-meditation, things like that. I don't think I'm ready to drop any more off the medication, but I will discuss that with my doctor. I mean, it does concern me that Dr. Clegg's opinion was that, but you know, I don't think Dr. Clegg is a doctor that I would normally see. I normally see doctors that help with, like, that want to work with me. You know, I pay them for their professional opinion. Yes, I do. Didn't pay his though. I rang up Medicare and I told them that he was no good, so they said they weren't going to pay him, which is great news. It's great news that doctors, you know, they don't deserve to have patients like myself that are going to you know, they're going to abuse, they're going to bully, they're going to intimidate, because that's what it was. It was intimidating and bullying of him to say things like that. But anyway, cut him out, because I definitely won't be seeing him again under any circumstances. So yeah, so meditation, my self-worth, I'm going to work on this year, become more positive rather than negative. My Bettina's Boutique I'm going to work on as well, and see how we go from there. So I want to start making some money instead of, you know, yeah, and a house, quite clearly. I want to get a house this year, because both my husband and I have had the opportunity in the past to buy a house with a fairly decent deposit, but we've abused it. So we've abused the money. Both of us have actually gone out and spent it on family or friends, and, you know, things that we probably shouldn't have in hindsight, but we did. But you know what? That's behind me now. I don't think about those times anymore. I know that I'm a lot older, and I know that I'm a lot stronger and wiser, and I know that I don't need to have it put somewhere, for example, so that I won't spend it, type of thing. I'm not a gambler. My mother was a gambler, and she was a clothes freak. She used to buy clothes galore. It's funny, she asked me, where's all my money gone, Tina? I'd love to be able to say to her, look, Mum, you spent $500,000 on, you know, clothes and gambling. You didn't purchase a house for yourself. And this is where she is today, unfortunately, in a nursing home in high care. So I'd love to be able to say that to her, but unfortunately we don't, do we? She's got dementia. She's old and she's not long for this earth, so there be it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in today. I really would love it if you could subscribe to my channel. I'm sure things are going to be more positive in the near future, and you never know where this channel is going to take me. So I'm going to keep it in there and keep it up and keep vlogging, see how I go. And hopefully I'll be able to take you along too on my journey with the chronic pain and the Bettina's Boutique journey. So, all right, guys, subscribe. Please hit that like button if you like my stuff, and that way I know what you like to watch. And hey, we'll see you next time. Take care until then. Bye.